Let's face it, the world needs speakers. The world needs messengers. The world needs heart-centered entrepreneurs like you, ready to take the stage, ready to bring people together in virtual events, to inspire people, to heal, to wake people up, and to transform lives. Speaking and taking the stage has given me everything. I used to be a high school teacher from Iowa, and now I'm training thousands of heart-centered entrepreneurs and speakers to take the stage all over the world.
Before Women Rocking Business, I was afraid to speak on stage and I didn't know how to monetize it. I didn't know where money was supposed to come from, so I just kind of shied away from the whole thing. But with what I've learned from Women Rocking Business, she's taught me how to be on stage, how to sell from the stage, how to have stage presence, all the points that I need to make sure that I hit to be able to monetize it. In the last year, I put on 3 events, one that made $200,000, another one that made $200,000, and another one that made $250,000 all in 1 year.
And when I took the stage and started doing regular workshops in the community, my business took off. And then I was enrolling patients in my program, and it enabled me within a few months to actually leave my hospital job. And this has changed everything, because now I have time with my children that I didn't have before, time with my husband, time for self-care, time to be creative in my business. So it's been transformative.
So as a result of learning these skills, I have paying clients who have signed up as a result of me speaking, and I've been paid to speak on corporate stages. And I was on the TEDx stage this year.
The skills that I've learned at Women Rocking Business to really own my voice and step into speaking confidently have allowed me to start a podcast, do regular Facebook Lives and Instagram Live videos, to get out there and start hosting talks. I have felt so completely supported and welcomed every step of the way with Sage and the whole Women Rocking Business team.
We're gonna spend 7 days getting you all the tools that you need to create and fill and rock your virtual events. You'll also learn the 10 hottest stages that you can get on and how to land keynote speaking gigs so you can endlessly enroll your ideal clients.
My gosh, the model works. I was able to fully rock the stage and create over $200,000 and have 20 women say yes to my program, which is more than I've ever had. Now that I have these skills, I can just see how I'm going to continually grow and expand a sustainable income so that I can really have this freedom lifestyle that I have been dreaming about for so long.
Virtual events are incredibly powerful, and it's really helped me serve on a much higher level. We were able to bring over 6,000 women into the program over these last 2 years. You know, it's all due to Women Rocking Business.
So after I found Women Rocking Business, I was really able to expand my Facebook group, and then from there to implement strategies and tools, especially virtual events and challenges that I could get my audience really participating. And I did a masterclass called Magnetic Brand Strategy, which was 5 days. It was a virtual experience, and that ended up bringing in, I believe it was 120,000 in sales. And I believe it was something around 74,000 in cash. And so it was my biggest launch, and I felt so excited and just honored and celebrated by the women inside of Women Rocking Business.
We didn't know when the pandemic hit if what we did in person that was so deeply transformational and life-changing could convert well to the online platform. And what we discovered is that it can be even more powerful for people to transform in the safety of their own homes and be able to integrate our work into their lives in a much more expanded and grounded way. And the tools we learned from Sage helped us just launch to a whole new level of success and impact and transformation than we ever thought was possible.
And if my clients and I can have results like these, so can you.
If your dream doesn't scare you half to death, if your dream doesn't feel like it's too much that you're ever gonna feel, then you don't have a dream, you've got a plan.
Mwah! Let's rock this. Yes, Yes, yes. Let's rock today. Pop a yes in the chat if you're stoked to be here on the weekend with these incredible women from all over the world. Pop a yes in the chat if you're excited to learn how to make authentic, confident offers and to see offers as the doorway through which you get to give your greatest service to the world. I am so excited to welcome every single one of you here. We're going to play the community welcome video and be right back with you. Okay, y'all, today is about making offers. Today is about you putting yourself out there. Today is about you getting even more confident with the results and the benefits and the transformation that you provide. I am so excited for today. I'm going to invite you to click on gallery mode in the upper right-hand corner. And I'm going to invite you to just take a look at the other women who decided to show up here on a Saturday, live in the flesh. Hello, Kiri. Hello, Gail. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Mariah's back. Dr. Rainbow's back. Hello, Becca. Tia's back in the house. We got Jenny Rain back in the house. Hello, Denise. I'm going to invite you to go ahead and take a breath and let yourself receive hundreds of other women here from dozens of different countries. For some of you, it's late in the day. For others of you, you got up early. We got Australia in the house. I think it's like 3 or 4 in the morning, depending on where you are. And I'm going to invite you to just land in this community. And if you see some woman on this screen who is clearly a miracle for saying yes to birthing this business, give that sparkle finger, give her some love. Y'all are incredible. I'm taking a little screenshot of you. Y'all inspire me so much. I am so excited to get you this information today because I'm curious, how many of you really do want to be able to make offers that are transparent and loving and from your heart? If that's true for you, unmute yourself and let's give a wahoo for offers being our greatest form of service. 1, 2, 3, unmute yourselves. Wahoo for this incredible sisterhood. That is the sound of a gaggle of powerful feminine leaders. It just doesn't get old. I can feel all of you. Raise your hand if you can feel each other. Raise your hand if you feel uplifted just by the power of all of these collective women saying yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is what offers are about. Take a breath into that. This is what offers are about. Offers are about connection. Offers are about transformation. And your offer starts the moment your event starts. Raise your hand if you would agree. Your event is an offering. Whether you're speaking, making a video, doing a webinar, maybe you're speaking on stage live, your offering starts from the moment you connect with your audience. Raise your hand if you're willing to open up your heart more. Raise your hand if you're willing to care more. Raise your hand if you're willing to love your participants so much that you just do the offer, even if you're scared. You're just going to do it because that's how much you love them, right? There's going to be people who come into your room, into your event, into your world, and they're going to want to know what's next. Raise your hand if you've ever been afraid of offending people with your offer. Raise your hand if you've ever been afraid of offending people. I see the hands going up. But guess what? What if it was the most offensive thing you could possibly do to not make the offer? What if there are people who come into your world and they're wondering, I wonder what else she has because I don't want this to end today. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Raise your hand if you'd be willing to take that mindset shift or even just plant and sprinkle a little bit of that possibility in your consciousness. You know, I had an advocate in my business over the years. He wasn't my advocate at first, but he became my advocate. And it was my dad. It was my dad. And my dad was my best friend. When I first launched my business, my mom kind of judged me. She's like, what is she doing? I thought she was going to be a school teacher. And my dad just waited. He just kind of waited to see like, what's happening over there. My dad was a professor of library science. He was an author. He was a go-getter. He was an amazing teacher. He taught people how to be librarians. When he retired, he volunteered for the hospice service. He volunteered for the crisis line. He was the best listener I've ever met. And he inspired philanthropy in me. When I was little, my dad used to give me $2 bills and he'd teach me a little bit about money. And when I made my first offer from stage, I was so scared and freaked out that I cried when I talked to him about it. I called him in tears. And he said, you just have to keep putting one foot after the other. When I got my book deal from Hay House, you can imagine, because he was an author, he was the first one I called. And I'll never forget how he sounded on the other end of the line. He was so proud of me. And when I started making $1 million offers and I started raising hundreds of $1,000s for philanthropic causes, that's when my dad really got it. He was like, oh, this thing that my daughter is doing is in integrity. He came to one of my events. He talked to my clients. And that's when he was really on board. My dad died suddenly in the middle of COVID, really tragically, even though he was really healthy. And the morning after he died, it was the most spiritual experience I've ever had in my life. I was laying in my bed having a dream about him and we were dancing. And this song started playing in my dream. And as I woke up, this most beautiful song I had ever heard was playing on the Sonos speakers under my bed that hadn't played music for 2 years. It was so obvious that this was my dad coming to let me know that he was okay and that I was okay. A few weeks ago, I had a rough few days in my business. I had something unexpected happen. And it was one of those mornings that I just really needed some support. And I went down to the beach and I was dancing to my typical dance music. And I don't know how it happened, you guys, but that same song that came on my Sonos speakers that morning came on my earbuds. How do these things happen? And this is a true story, you guys. I'm dancing. I'm thinking about my dad. I'm thinking about all of you. I was thinking about the fact that this launch was coming up. And I looked down at the sand and there was a $2 bill. So you can't make this stuff up. And here's what I have to say to all of you. My dad would have been so proud of you. I would have told him about Eva Lesse, right? Our sister who yesterday had a financial breakthrough on behalf of all of us, who's migrated from the Dominican Republic to New York City, who grew up in poverty and now supporting people on a path of freedom and is helping herself and others open up to more abundance so she can change the world. My dad would have been so proud to hear about you. Nicole admitted to some of us that she's survived MS and is now here to support women professionals to get out of their heads and to transform stress into impact and a thriving, balanced life. And Kirsten, we heard from Kirsten, who grew up in East Germany when it was occupied by Russia, spent weeks in a little apartment as a little girl, holding her head out of the window, looking at the sun, saying, if I ever get out of this apartment, right, I want to teach people about freedom. My dad would have been so proud of you, every single one of you. Pop a yes in the chat if you're proud of the women who have made their way here. Pop a yes in the chat if you're willing to continue to open to the truth that there's something bigger happening here. Pop a yes in the chat if you're willing to claim that you're here for a reason. Not just here in this challenge, but here in your life for a reason. That there's something so much bigger than we know. And that regardless of how complicated your relationship was with your parents or is with your parents. And I will tell you, I had a complicated and oftentimes painful relationship with my father. I gave you the good parts. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? But my relationship with my dad, now that he's on the other side, is better. And nobody ever told me that that was possible when a parent transitions. It's less complicated. It's more about source. It's more about spirit. It's more about the lineage of my spiritual ancestry. So pop a yes in the chat if you'd be willing to keep doing the work to forgive, keep doing the work to open to the universal father and the universal mother who are cheering you on, and that you're standing on the shoulders of so many who have walked before you, and that you are an answered prayer. Think about your grandmothers and your great-grandmothers and your great-great-grandmothers. They didn't have the choices you have to make the kind of impact you get to make. You are an answered prayer. And so I am just so honored and so excited to continue to be with you in this challenge, continue to support you however I can. Nice deep breath, everybody. Reach your arms up overhead. We are going to make room for learning. I feel the love. I feel the open hearts here. And I'm going to pull us through the eye of the needle and share a little bit about where we've been and where we're going. Tuesday and Wednesday, we supported you to craft your message and your talk. Thursday and Friday, we supported you to really get out there on video and really speak to enroll clients. Today, we're talking about making hot offers. Tomorrow, we're going to be sharing some tips to get booked on other people's stages and keynote speak. On Monday, we're going to share the keys to fill virtual events. We just added an extra training because so many of you have had your hands up. I don't think I've ever done these trainings and have had so many of you with your hands up wanting coaching. So we're going to do an extra training on Wednesday just to get a bunch of you coaching and get you in touch with your particular speaker superpower, visionary, motivator, truth teller, nurturer, and how to really use those when you go to sell. And then of course, Thursday is the Thought Leader live stream. And we want to invite you to get signed up for that if you haven't already. So just head over to womenrockingbusiness.com/thought leader, and you can absolutely invite your friends. I want to remind you that we are playing in a visibility video contest and that you can still play. The CTAs are due tomorrow night. Okay. So I saw many of you getting caught up last night and this morning. I was so proud of those of you getting caught up. I know some of you are planning on getting caught up this morning, making your videos, posting your talk title. And I was so touched by your gamification prompts, and we'll pull a couple of flash prize winners for today. If you are watching us on Facebook and you want to be on Zoom to take advantage of the Q&A at the end of the session, just join us at womenrockingbusiness.com/Zoom. And I also want to remind you that the tools that we're teaching you today have everything to do with universal principles, that we can rest into the universal principles to really remember in the direction of the East, to make your vision bigger than your to-do list. In the direction of the South, that element of fire reminds us to take action, massive action, if we want results. The direction of West and the element of water reminds us that making money is our spiritual birthright. And the direction of North and the element of Earth reminds us that we need structures up underneath our gifts and our talents. My dad used to say, your talent is only going to take you so far. You cannot rely on your talent alone. I think he was really right. And I thank him for that mindset and that belief that I was going to have to apply myself and be courageous and take action if I wanted my talent to actually go somewhere. Pop a yes in the chat if you're willing to stretch yourself and take action and not rely on your talent alone. Although many of you are so talented, and the structures of our talks and our offers that we put up underneath our ideas make such a difference. So don't forget to grab your workbook. Your workbook is in the Rock the Stage Facebook group in the guides section. We can pop that link for the workbook in the chat as well. And I want to start by really sharing that there's some essential questions that you want to ask when you're creating your offer. You want to be asking questions honestly so that you're creating the best possible offerings possible. You can ask yourself things like, would I attend this training? Like, would I attend the training that I'm putting together? Am I putting enough good stuff in there that I would actually attend? You guys picking up what I'm laying down, right? Like, one of the things that this does is that when you align and create a training that you'd want to attend, create an offer that you'd want to be a part of, what do you think is going to happen to your belief in that offer? Is it going to go up or down? What do you think? It's going to go way up. And that's where we want you. We want you aligned with the value of what we're providing. And to ask yourself the simple question, would I buy? Would I buy this thing? And that's going to help you believe in your stuff, because I think you're finding out this week, whether you're here for the first day today or whether you've been with us for several days now, I think some of you are realizing how awesome and how needed you really are. So take a breath into the energy that you have an intention of really changing lives. Can you feel that intention that you have of really changing lives? Place your hand on your heart if it feels right. Take a breath into that intention. And what if you were to fully trust that intention? Like, your intention is to change lives. And if that's your intention, that's where your energy is going to go. Energy flows where intention goes. And so your offer starts with your own alignment, opening your eyes, tuning into the other women here. I have an incredible woman that I want to introduce you to who's going to come and talk about offers today, because she has gotten to be one of our most effective offer makers from stage. Somebody that shows up and kind of rocks the house when you least expect it. She blew me away the first time she got on stage. She's got a spunk and an authenticity and a pizzazz that is magnetic. Her name is Erica Neely. She's a coach and trainer for Women Rocking Business. She knows that leading online and making offers is at the fundamental core about service. And she has stepped onto stage and really rocked her leadership in such a big way. Erica Neely, welcome to the virtual stage. Give her some love in the chat.
Thank you so much, Sage. You are so incredible, and you are dropping some serious wisdom today. And I feel your heart so open, and I'm so glad you're there because I am meeting you here today. And you're right. Talking about offers truly is one of my favorite things, because this is how you make that lasting transformation, right? How many of you, hands up, are ready to make lasting transformation in people's lives? You don't want to just inspire from stage, but you want to see them actually making big changes in their lives. And I just want to share a little story about offers and authenticity and my self-worth, okay? Because what's true is I grew up in a small town in Nebraska as a little lesbian. I knew since I was 4 years old that I was in love with women. And what's true is that the world told me that who I was at the core wasn't okay. I was bullied, and I kept that in silence because I had so much shame about who I was, that I went through years of that, just shouldering that, thinking that, you know what, I deserve this, right? And it took me years when I was finally on my own personal healing journey to realize that maybe I actually had something to give, that maybe who I was at the core was what the world needed, right? How many of you can relate to that? That you've been shamed for who you are, that you've been told you're too much, that you've been told you're not enough, right? Well, I am with you today to tell you that that part of you is your superpower. And when you really tune into that and you align yourself with a community that sees you for who you are, that is when you get to make the big change. And 5 years ago, when I met my wife at a leadership conference and she brought me here to Sage and Women Rocking Business, it was the first time in my life that I felt home. Completely. My whole essence, every part of me. And I knew that when I was in that room with Sage and team, that I really had to make a big change and come forth, because the world was calling my message and I needed it now. How many of you have a message that needs to come through now, that it needed to come through yesterday, that you just cannot wait for it because it is bursting through your chest? I can absolutely relate to that 100%, right? And it's through learning these exact same tools that I created a program for my community, for the LGBTQ community, that I got to support couples who came in who were barely touching, let alone could look at each other. And then they reach out to me 4 years later and say, Erica, you saved my marriage. We're having a child now. I actually had some of them at my wedding, and Sage got to meet some of my clients. It was so special. And this is what's so amazing is if I was too afraid to give my offer, then these lives never would have been changed. So my invitation for all of you today, as you listen to this training, is to tune into what is your gift? What is your message? What are you here to do? And get out of your own way, because the message that wants to come through you, right? You are the bone. That message is the marrow. So let it move through you and really open up. Okay. So pop a yes in the chat if you are ready to learn about how to make a hot offer. Let's see those yeses. Yes, 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 yes. I'm ready. Awesome. So beautiful. Well, let's jump in. So get your workbooks ready. And we're going to talk about the first thing that's really important when you are making a hot offer. Jill, would you mind popping up that slide? Yes. So this number one is establishing the gap, where your clients are and what they need. This is so important, because if you want to help people make transformation, they need to see the cost of the thing that keeps happening again and again and again in your life. How many of you have had someone really take a stand for you to make big transformation in your life? Pop a yes in the chat, right? This is really what you're doing here when you're establishing your gap. It's like you're helping them open up to see the possibility, right? This is what you're doing. So let's go ahead and get that first part. What do you most want and what's in the way? This is huge. Tapping them into that juicy, big vision, right? And then asking them what's been getting in the way, right? I see that you want this, but you're not there yet. So let's talk about how we can get you there, right? That's what I mean by saying exposing the gap, because I'm hearing you say you want this, and then I'm seeing that there's something different, right? So important. Then the next part is, let's go ahead and get that up. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do the next part there. What are you currently struggling with? So important. This is huge. You need to get really in touch with what are their struggles, right? Because a lot of people, they don't even realize that this is a story, right? Until they have someone there to wake them up. And that is what you're doing. You are here to wake them up. This offer is that opportunity for them to really step into the possibility, that paradigm shift, right? And let's go ahead and get that very next important question. This is so important, right? How can I help you? Right? This is why you're all here, because you want to help. So don't forget to bring this forth, right? So create this with this in mind when you are creating your offer, right? And we're going to talk about how benefits sell, but it is the tell, but the benefits are what sell, right? So this is an opportunity to really have people's lives transform, right? And they're going to invest through you. Just like I was talking about how you are the bone, and the message is the marrow. This is that opportunity, right? They get to transform through your support. And the amazing thing is that when they enroll with you, they get that support, you're going to make money. This is so amazing. I remember when I got that first client and I saw the zeros in my bank account go up, it was the best feeling in the world. And I wasn't just making money, I was getting to support people, right? So how many of you, pop a yes in the chat, if you not only want to be supporting people, but you want to be supporting people and make good money doing it, right? That's what we are stand for here. And one way you're going to make those dollar bills and make that big support is through this 6-figure offer tip. Sage, you want to go ahead and share it with these amazing women?
Yeah, before we pop the slide up, I want to just get a little survey going. How many of you, when you tap into the energy of making an offer, maybe you've seen other people on stage making their offers, maybe you've started making your own offers, maybe some of you have mixed feelings about making offers. How many of you feel like you're going to have to convince people or be someone other than who you are? Raise your hand if that's ever come up for you. Like you feel a little bit like, oh man, I'm going to have to like convince people or be salesy, or I might offend people or be someone other than who I am. So what if I told you that I have a hack that can actually shift that mindset immediately? Would you want the hack? You do. I see nodding. You do want it. All right. We'll give it to you. When I learned this mindset shift, I think it changed my offers incredibly. You know, in addition to knowing how to make an offer and how to really craft my talk, and in addition to getting clear on what I was selling, this was one of the mindset shifts that I think like made the biggest difference for me. And that is that when you commit to your potential client's transformation, you don't have to convince. Your job is really just to commit, y'all. What if your job was just to commit to your potential client's transformation rather than trying to convince? Take a breath into this. Because when you commit fully to your clients or future clients, or just to helping people and getting paid for it and getting paid well for it, you will never have to spend another moment having to overextend with convincing energy. And when I say commit, I don't just mean, oh yeah, Sage, yeah, I committed. No, I mean going all in. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? You get your energy, you get your body, you get your soul on the playing field. You're willing to do everything you can to help your clients get results, that you're truly standing for their success. If you're taking notes, write that down. I am willing to stand for their success without having to convince. In fact, too much convincing energy. What do you think? Too much convincing energy. Is it going to be magnetic or repelling? Pop it in the chat. Which one? Yeah, super repelling. Raise your hand if you felt the trainers and I just standing for you, the conviction that we have over the last few days. Like, we are all in. It doesn't mean we're staying up all night. Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't mean I'm giving up my morning practice. Nope, I'm not going to give up my morning practice for you. Not going to do it. But am I going to go all in? Abso-fucking-lutely. Are you with me? And that is what needs to happen for every single one of you, right? That you're not dipping your toe in the water of this business, that you're getting all in. It doesn't mean that you sacrifice. It doesn't mean that you overburden yourself. It doesn't mean that you go codependent on us, right? It means that you're willing, though, to be interdependent with your potential clients. Raise your hand if kids need their parents to help them learn to walk. Raise your hand if you know that kids actually need their parents to help them learn to walk, right? But if we dragged them along, they would never learn. One of the biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs making is they're doing one or the other. They're trying to drag their clients along, or they're not giving their clients quite enough help and they're not really engaging enough. You have to be willing to get in there, be their guide, care about them enough, and even co-regulate with them a bit so that they can believe in themselves. Raise your hand if you're picking up what I'm laying down. Raise your hand if you're willing to be that mentor who genuinely cares, who's willing to co-regulate with our clients long enough for them to launch, right? It doesn't mean they're texting you in the middle of the night. It doesn't mean they're overly dependent on you, but it means that you are there for them. Raise your hand if you can see that this is why, this very thing I'm talking about now, this is why people say building a mentorship-based business is the ultimate spiritual transformation. This is it, y'all. This is a spiritual pinnacle. This is where you actually get to look in the mirror and decide whether you're showing up for humanity, whether you're showing up for service. And it is the best feeling in the whole world when you give yourself over and you show up and those clients are coming to you saying, I wouldn't be where I am without you. This is the ultimate reason why we're here. I can tell we're feeling it together. Nice deep breath into that. So when you start talking about what you do, when you start talking about your program, when you start talking about the service you want to provide, and even if you don't know what that is yet, that's okay. We can help you with that. But one of the big take homes here when we're talking about offers is that, just like Erica said earlier, features tell, but benefits are what sell. Features tell, but benefits are what sell. And I've seen a lot of beginners make the mistake to lead with features. I've seen a lot of beginners make the mistake to go, they'll come to me and they'll go, oh, Sage, what do you think? Should I offer 3 sessions a month or 2 sessions a month? Should I offer 2 private sessions and a group session? And then like, what do you think I should charge? And I'm like, okay, I love you for all those questions, but let's look at this through another lens. Rather than being so quick to freak out about how many sessions you're going to offer and whether you do a retreat with your clients or not, we have to lead with benefits first. Pop a yes in the chat if you're with me on this. Who cares how many sessions you get if there's not a transformation tied to the end result? Would you guys have cared whether this challenge was 5 days or 9 days if you're going to learn to rock the stage? Raise your hand if you're way more here because you're rocking the stage, right? That's why you're here. You don't really care if the sessions are 30 minutes or an hour. It's like, we're getting you a transformation. That's what we're here to do. That's the mindset I want to invite all of you into, to really think about what is the transformation you provide. If somebody works with you for 8 weeks or 3 months or 6 months or maybe a year, are they going to build confidence in themselves? Are they going to be able to trust themselves again? Are they going to be able to make clear decisions? Are they going to be able to talk confidently to their partner? Are they going to feel the self-worth to be able to go out there and open their hearts and date again after heartbreak and believe in love again? That's what matters. That's why people invest. They do not invest because of how many sessions you include. Do you need to include some sessions? Yes, you do. But features tell, and benefits are the things that sell. So Erica, let's just go through a few more examples here.
I love this, Sage. This is so powerful. This is really solid gold. I hope you all really are just breathing this in. Okay, so I'm going to talk about features. This is what features look like when we talk about this. Features tell. So we've got 2 coaching sessions per month. You're going to get a really cool workbook. You're going to get an awesome community. You're going to get a retreat at Amazing Retreat Center. Now, how many of you, does that sound amazing? Like, I want a cool workbook. I want to go to an Amazing Retreat Center. These are all really yummy things, right? It's not like these aren't great things that you're telling people, but what's really going to get people in the door when they are struggling is the benefits that they're going to receive. Like, you'll graduate from the program in 6 months from now with more confidence in your desires. You're going to have the clarity to ask your boss for a raise, and not only ask, you're going to get it, right? Now that is one hot benefit, right? That's a hot result. And the last one here is we'll demystify how to date online so you can find your soulmates. I would say that's pretty big, no matter how long you've been single, right? Do you see the difference between the features and the benefits? Type a yes if this is landing for you. You're really seeing the difference between the features and the benefits. Hell yes. Yeah, I love that. So good. I'm so glad you're getting. Well, I just want to share a little story about this to really help it land. So the first retreat that I led for LGBT couples was at this amazing intimate retreat center in Hawaii. It was so beautiful. And as amazing as that retreat center was, it really was the bonus of what I was offering, right? My clients, the couples, were there because they were ready to shift something in their relationship, right? They were ready to show up and be a better partner. And that's really what got people in the door, because they were ready for change, because we weren't given a guidebook on how to be in a loving, authentic, healthy relationship. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about right there. So that's what got people in the door. And that retreat was just the icing on the cake. And when I stood in that, right, it helped me get more yeses. So this is an opportunity for you to really stand knowing that what you are offering will get people results. And when you have a structure to lean into, you can give a really powerful offer, then you are really going to start making that transformation that I know that all of you want. And I want you to listen in about Sage's book launch, because this is how you do it. This is how you lean into structure and also your own amazingness to make big impact.
Well, I remember when I first started my business, like telling people like, oh, I want to write a book. I want to land my TEDx talk. Raise your hand if you have some of those same desires, get on stage. Maybe some of you have already written a book and maybe it didn't sell as many copies as you'd like it to sell. And I remember one of my mentors told me, don't get so hung up in all the bright and shiny objects of mentorship businesses. Stay grounded, stay humble. Stay with the basics. Get clear on how you're helping people and let the other things arise from that. And I remember hearing the wisdom and the humility in what she was telling me. And she has this awesome life. She lives in Arizona on this ranch and has horses and, works with her husband and travels all over the world. And I remember being like, I think I can trust her. Like she's living the life that I'd really like to live. And I started getting really clear on how I wanted to help women start businesses that was different than the typical way of starting businesses. I started getting really clear on the fact that I wanted to align women's business with women's values of collaboration rather than competition, generosity rather than scarcity. And I started actually doing it and serving clients and launching a group program and growing my list. And when the time was right, I met Greg Braden, who's become a good friend, and he heard about what I was doing and he saw the picture that you've seen of me and the women in one of my rooms and the pictures of the beach circle. And he said, oh man, you have to write up a book proposal. Now's the time for you. And I'll put it in front of my agent at Hay House. And that's what happened. And Hay House picked up my book and the book results were really clear, right? We'll pop up the slide. You can build your business in just 12 days a month or less without hustling. You can launch an entrepreneurial endeavor in a way that aligns with women's values. You can take the stage, make great money, make a big impact. And there is no possible way that Hay House would have paid me to write my book if I hadn't taken the time to get clear, to serve clients, to really ground into what is this transformation about. Now I had case studies to put in my book. I had testimonials and all the doors opened without me having to force them open, right? The invitation to jump on the TEDx stage, the invitation to speak on major media, to interview some of my mentors that I had been, following for years, sit down with Reverend Michael Beckwith, sit down with Marianne Williamson. And so my question to you, and this is an important question, is what are the results and benefits that you want to offer? And it's okay if you don't totally know yet, if they're still falling into place, but what do you know about the specific results and benefits that you want to offer? Pop them in the chat. I want to see a few of these. And then in a moment, I'm going to bring a couple of women up who have been doing this work for the last, some months. A couple of women, I want to invite them up to really talk about what the journey has been like, making their own offers for the first time, how that's been for them. So if that's you, Lisa or Sandy, make sure your hand is up so we can find you. We're going to bring you up in a moment. I'm really excited for these women to hear from you. Yamila says, clarity and confidence for moms. Yamil McBride. Beautiful, Yamil. I love that. And I don't know if it's helpful, and I might not be saying your name right, but when you think about serving parents, one thought I always have is that as much as mamas might want confidence, mamas will also oftentimes invest if they think it's also going to help their kids. So Yamil, you might want to think about helping mamas feel empowered to raise confident kids and step into their own confidence, right? Because when those two things happen together, that can oftentimes be even more marketable. These are so good. Do you see any others, Erica, that we should address? These, how do we even choose? These are amazing.
I know there's so many amazing. I just saw that as they were flashing through my screen, Dr. Geraldine says bringing awareness to dyslexia and learning disabilities. And I think that's so important. And what's going to support you to get more people wanting to invest is talk about solutions, tips, tools, strategies to help them be able to thrive in this world. So that's super hot. And I love that you're doing that. So beautiful.
Yeah, this is so good. Helen Jansen says psychological safety in the workplace, confident, trusting teams, greater productivity. Helen, I love that. And it's so important, right? I think we chronically underestimate how important that psychological safety is. Thank you for standing for that.
I love it. Sasha, I remember talking to you earlier, confidence in emerging leaders, building sustainable international collaborations. Boom. Love it.
Y'all, these are so hot. How many of you would like to test out your results and benefits with this audience, with this group as your CTA? How many of you could see the value of that? How many of you could see the value of getting feedback on that? All right, I'm planting the seed for today's CTA. And I actually think that one of the best uses of our time when we sit down together and do this is for you to get some of this teaching, get some of this content, be thinking about your own offers, be thinking about your own results, and then to get to hear from women who are only a step ahead of you or a half a step ahead of you, who some of whom have just started maybe a few months ago. Because when we see that they can do it, it just does something inside of us. So let's bring these two incredible women to the stage, Lisa Lister and Sandy Gee. And we will, in a moment, pop up their slides because these two are amazing. And I want to tell you all about them. Lisa and Sandy, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on a Saturday. Oh, look at your smiles. All right, so we'll pop up Lisa's slide and I just want to introduce you properly. And then in a moment, I'll introduce you, Sandy. So Lisa serves women who are committed to release unresolved early childhood wounds so they can show up in faith and self-conviction without shame or anxiety. How beautiful is that? How clear is that result? So gorgeous. Lisa, you are a shining light. You are just such a spunky, incredible, gorgeous, playful woman leader who I just has been, making me so proud ever since we got a chance to have you in our programs. And I'm just curious, Lisa, has it always been, I know you've made tens of thousands of dollars with this message, and has it always been easy? What did you struggle with when you first started making offers?
Hey everybody, how you all doing? First thing I'd like to say, Sage, is thank you so much. And when I first started, the thing was I wanted to serve everybody. So the best thing for me to begin working in this amazing group has been really learning how to really niche down to who is my audience, who am I here to serve, who am I here to help to transform. And by doing that, I've been able to funnel in the people who are in alignment with who I desire to serve and who I'm here to share my medicine and my magic with. And it's been amazing. It's been incredible. My Facebook group is growing. The people who are coming in on my offers are really aligned to what I'm offering. So there is no hustle. There is no trying to convince, because I've designed a program that's going to allow them to transform, which is allowing them to see exactly what is it that they desire, what is it that they need, because I can speak the same language and they're hearing the language and I'm picking them up, and it's been very amazing.
It's been amazing to watch you, and it's been amazing to watch you in the Women Rocking Business group, because you're such a player and you're so active in supporting the other women and you're so willing to receive from the other women. Have you always been like that? Like, have you always been someone who just easily rests into community?
It's definitely been a journey. It's been easier for me to offer and to serve. What I've learned is how actually to receive. So that brings that reciprocity back into balance and in harmony, which is really important when you're doing this work. Because the other thing that I've really learned is to become really well practiced at what you do. You also have to become very well practiced at your own self-care. And that's really, really important when you're doing this work, because it's so easy to give and give and give and give and give and then wear out. So I would just say, really take care with yourself. And the more you take care with yourself, the more you're going to be able to take care with the people that you're here to serve.
Mm-hmm.
But the community here has been freaking incredible, because you do have your down days. And when you get those down days, I've made friends through here. I'm in New Zealand, and I've now got friends all over the world who I know when I'm having a challenging time, we can just connect, and we're all in the same boat. So it's not like you're having to do it alone, it's amazing.
I remember you told us when you first joined that before you found us, you were kind of trying to do things on your own. I'm sure, pop a yes in the chat if you could relate to lone wolf. Is that kind of accurate? Pop a yes in the chat if you can relate to I'm going to figure this out on my own. I'm going to just do this thing on my own. Lisa, what would you say to anybody here who's I mean, Sage is giving us some great stuff today and yesterday. I'm going to go do this on my own.
What I would say about that is when you first start, you're going to try and do it all on your own. And then when you come into the support, the love, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And that is the key here. You know, this is a tried and proven system. So, you know, you would be insane not to be doing this because you spend so much time. I remember when I first did my very first masterclass, and I had a piece of paper, like I was reading off my piece of paper like this, and I was talking to people online. And then when it came to the end of doing the offer, I remember just freezing, going, oh no, I can't do that. Pushed through it. I got 7 in my first class. And now what I'm having consistently by doing the masterclass, following the plan, using the automations, following it as it goes, because there is a system here. And this is the thing, when you become a coach online, it's really important to know what is working. So you don't have to do it by yourself, ladies. This is incredible support. It's all from A to Z, simply done with so much incredible coaching, so much incredible support that you cannot not grow yourself and your business and all that you have to offer your clients. It's incredible.
I'm so glad to hear that the frameworks work for you. The step-by-step is working for you. When I'm putting it together, I'm always like, okay, I hope this is helpful. And then like the feedback we get is just amazing. I was a school teacher from Iowa, so I want to put every single thing into a step-by-step. It's one of my favorite things to do. And will you brag about yourself for a bit, Lisa? Because I'm just so proud of you. I mean, you know, when you came to us, I think you told me that your monthly sales were between like 800 and 1,200 a month. And what's like the most you've ever made in a month?
Well, the most I've ever made is 30,000, and I've just launched for a new program, and I haven't really put it out there. I'm just starting to really get it out there, and I'm already at 14,000. And so I've getting really amped and really excited for how many more people I can serve. And the key here is to really trust what you get. You've got to really trust yourself. You've got to really trust your vision, really believe in what you're here to do, because all of us have medicine inside of us, and that medicine becomes your magic that you get to share with the people who are going to be naturally magnetized to you. So be yourself, believe in yourself, trust what you're doing, and when you get stuck, call for support, because you don't have to do it alone. And when you do those steps, what I found is the money just naturally flows. You don't have to hustle it. It's just there because you're being authentically you. And I really believe that that's the key. And you've got to love what you do. Like, I love what I do. I love helping women who are suffering with low self-esteem. I love helping women because what I get to see is when they clear away all that's not theirs, they then truly become magnetic, because they are truly who they are with confidence, and they have the ability to trust in themselves and to take aligned action for where they want to be without that fear of what other people will think. And that's a real thing. You know, we've all had that. We've all got
Amazing,
that.
Lisa.
And I just want to say something, because Lisa is my client, and I just want to brag about you, because I just am ear to ear grin hearing all this, because you really are walking your walk. You are talking and you are walking in total alignment. And when I hear about these 30K months and already 14K and a program you haven't even launched, I just can't even tell you, my mama coach heart is just absolutely exploding over here. And I just really want to thank you, because you got in there right at the beginning. You started practicing. You were going live into your Facebook group. You were starting to get people magnetized to you because you were willing to take that in perfect action. And so I just really want to, again, celebrate you. And also, I want people here to recognize that Lisa is in a spiritual niche, okay? And she just made $30,000. So I want to really bust that myth or that story that you can't lead with spirituality and you can't be making amazing money doing something spiritual, because Lisa is absolutely shattering that myth right here in real time. So osmose this energy, osmose that this is possible for all of you. And Lisa, thank you so much. You are truly such a bright light. We're so lucky to have you in our community.
I'm so proud of all you've created in our programs. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. And Y'all, we have several speaker training programs here on campus, and all of our women start out with the core components like Lisa's talking about, of putting your offer in place, building out the funnels. That she referred to automations, building out the funnels, crafting your talk, getting clear on what you're selling from stage. These are the fundamentals. And you have been so willing to implement, so hungry, and so damn authentic and lovable. I'm so proud of you. Sandy Gee, let's brag about you for a moment. Give Lisa some more love in the chat. Lisa, there's so much love for you in the chat. So Sandy Gee is absolutely so inspiring. She's coaching English online, helping Chinese immigrants who are living in English-speaking countries improve their English listening and speaking skills so that they can use English to solve everyday problems, unlock opportunities, and live an independent life and a free life in their new country. How clear is that as a result, right? Clearly, Sandy has spent some time getting clear on her results, doing exactly what we're talking about today. Sandy, you're rocking it. Again, making tens of thousands of dollars. You're gorgeous. Has it always been this easy? What were you challenged with before you found us?
No. Definitely, it wasn't like this. Actually, before I signed up for Women Business Academy, that was before the end of March, my wheels were in the rut. I just so struggle because back then I taught Chinese students who live in China, and they have to go to school from Monday to Friday. So basically I can only teach them on Fridays and Saturdays, just like a part-time style. You can imagine how much money I can make, right? Just work 2 days each week. But once a friend sent me an email about this business academy event called Women Online Business Retreat. I wasn't very sure about that, but anyway, I joined it, and then that was the life-changing moment. My life.
It's an event kind of like this, right? Where we're teaching some of these same pieces.
Yeah.
And here you are.
Yes.
And now you're getting to do it your way, and you're getting to serve online, and you're able to find your clients online. And what have been some of your results?
Okay, I have too many things to share with the sisters. The first thing, I must say thank you to all of you, because of you, I achieved my goal, become a great English speaker, and I can speak in front of more than 400 sisters. Wow. Thank you so much. I've never done that. This is the first takeaway from today. And then I do have a lot of things to share with the sisters. I'll pick some. Okay, the first thing is I changed my niche using a clear message so people can understand me easily, what I can help them with. That's the first thing first. And then my new niche is help Chinese immigrants who are living in an English-speaking country. My niche was helping Chinese students who live in China, 6 years old to 16 years old. So different. And the new niche opened a totally whole different market for me. And here are some results. The first one, I learned how to speak. Sounds funny, but I learned how to speak effectively. And so here's the thing. I wrote my new story, mini story. I made a video. After posting it on Facebook, it brought me two new clients. One is from Poland. The other one is from China. The funny thing is, before I signed up for this business academy, I rarely used the Facebook. And I still remember the first time I met Sage, asked her, do you think this kind of program fit me? Because I didn't even use Facebook, right? But anyway, I did it, okay? And then the two new clients told me this was the first time they used Facebook too. Okay, so this is the first thing. And then I created my 6-month program. That was really new. I never done that. Before, I just collect every 10 sessions, very small amount of money, but I created a 6-month program after I signed up for this business academy. You know what? 4 new clients sign up for this program. The total income is $25,000. I love high ticket. I love high ticket. And I created a year-long program, which is for Chinese students. This year-long program, I created $6,350 for that year-long program. Just so happened, I love high ticket. And I launched my first online masterclass in my life. That's the first one. And 10 people showed up in this masterclass. 4 people had discovery calls with me, and 1 signed up for my 6-month program, which is $7,860, which I increased the price right before my masterclass. I serve, I deserve.
I serve, I deserve. Write it down. What, you ladies should be inspirational speakers or something. You are inspiring these women out of the water. I am so impressed. We only have a couple more minutes. I could talk to you all day long. What I want to know is, we are about to open doors to our Profitable Speaker Training Program that both of you know is the basis for everything you guys have been doing. It's get your talk, get your offer, learn how to tell your story, learn how to put your program together, and how to sell high ticket from stage. That's what we do. What would you say to any of these women who are thinking about it, maybe wondering if they're really ready?
Okay, I want to say this, sounds like it's because of the programs, but actually it's because the speaking. It's because the speaking is powerful. And if you can speak effectively, and then your clients will come to you automatically with ease. That's what I feel. And also, after I using all the skills I learned from this business academy, and I use role model all the time whenever I need to talk to my potential clients, and I learn how to make an offer, and also I know how to, when I need to make that offer, like what is the correct time. So speaking is so powerful. What I learned from this program, it's gold, sisters.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandy.
And
thank you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for not just coming into this world and listening to the ideas and just thinking about doing it or letting your fears or nervousness hijack you. Thank you for actually doing it. Thank you for actually doing it. The people you're teaching English to, their lives are going to be different because of your commitment. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you.
Last thing, but I think it's very important. I want to share with all the sisters, 404 sisters, your business, your own business will never outgrow your personal development. Invest in yourself is the safest way to invest. And it definitely improve your value. Let's together do this. Do more, be more, have more, and the world needs us. And the time is now. Sisters, let's do this together. We're not alone. Thank you, sisters.
That is so powerful. That is so powerful, because if there's one reason to launch these businesses and invest in ourselves by learning to grow these businesses, I think it's because these businesses will always grow with us. We can always become the best and greatest version of who we are and just bring that to these businesses. If there was one reason, I think that would be one of the top ones, if not the top one. It's liberating. And I've watched both of you do that. And I know I've said it already, but I'm so proud of both of you. Lisa, what would you add? And I'm so proud of the women who you're supporting and empowering and unleashing from their insecurities. And what would you say to women here who are thinking about investing in their speaking career?
I love what Sandy said, and I feel that from my heart, your business is you. And so when you look at making an investment, what you're doing is you're helping yourself to transform. And anything that you touch from that moment on, when you come from that true open heart, is just going to expand to everything and to everybody around you. And the thing about the speaking in the public, I was given a space to do a talk. A friend of mine had invited me to do a talk, and somebody had not turned up, and she said, "Oh, look, you've got a 2-hour slot. Can you fill it?" And I was like, "Of course I can fill it." And I'm going, okay. And so then I turned up, and I tell you, it was so amazing. And from that talk, that 2-hour talk, I've been booked once a month. So you've got to invest in yourself, because this is where the opportunity to grow lies. It's not just about business. It's about yourself, knowing who you are, working through your insecurities, transforming yourself, shining who you truly are from the grace of the gift that God has given you. This is your medicine. This is the magic. The world needs us right now. Look at all the shift and the change that we are in. And the more women who are rising, we're taking our power and we're bringing so much more love to the planet, and the planet needs so much love. Absolutely. You would be, like I said, crazy not to be in here. I mean, just look at all the women around you. Look, if you've got a calling to be here today, this is your higher self telling you there's something here for you. So don't just dismiss it. Don't just go, okay, this is just a great time to do some free training. Dive in and go deep, because I tell you, you will not regret it. You will not regret it. It's been incredible. And the networks that you make, the lessons that you have, the coaching that is on offer, it is truly phenomenal.
I am blown away. I see nothing but success in the future for both of you. Thank you for taking time on a Saturday. Thank you for lifting these women up. There is so much love for you in the chat. My heart is so touched by both of your courage, commitment, and the way you show up.
Can I say one more thing?
Quick.
just very quick, because I want to tell my sisters, I'm not an English native speaker. English is my second language. I'm not quite sure how many of you here, English is your second language. I just want to tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. And by the way, not just to learn something about online business, but also practice your English, improve your English.
Love you all, love you both. You'll be able to find out how to follow Sandy and Lisa in the Facebook group. Love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you for so much love that you gave these two women in the chat thread. We have some daily winners, and we have an announcement because we are opening doors to our Profitable Speaker Training Program today. Erica, do you want to share some winners?
It would be my honor. Oh my gosh, you all are just rocking all of our world. Seriously, we've been in tears, we've been laughing, we've been crying, all of it. So thank you so much for all of you putting your heart forward. And I want to announce the winner for CTA number 4. And before I do that, I just want you all to know that it's not too late to win the big prize, that $22,000 big grand prize. So if you haven't done any of the CTAs, you can still catch up. But right now, we're going to be talking about CTA number 4. And just know that if you need to catch up, you have it till Sunday night. Okay. So call to action number 4 was all about gamification for transformation. One of my favorite things ever is gamification. And I love all the posts that you did, all the ways that you were envisioning how you're going to create connection and transformation in your community. So congratulations, you're all winners. And we are going to have 2 winners that we're going to announce today to win this amazing Rock the World tumbler. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Just imagine every time you're sipping your tea or your coffee or whatever it is that you get to experience the energy and remember what was created this week. So let's go ahead, Jill. Drum roll, please. Let's announce our 2 winners for today for call to action number 4. Yes. So here our first winner is Petundra Thompson. So powerful. She is definitely magnetic and just radiates true beauty and energy. Can't you see that through these photos? Just powerful woman, right? Petundra made her instructions really compelling. They were super clear, and she chose to capitalize words that she's also using as teaching points. Very thoughtful, well done. As you can see here, the clearer you are, the easier it's going to be for your community to take action. And it's through that action that they're going to see the transformation, and they're going to build more trust and want to take you up on your offer. So this is a great awesome example. Way to go, Patendra. You're amazing. That Tumblr's on its way to you. And let's go ahead and pull up our second winner, because we got 2 winners today because you all are so amazing. Andrea Sadler, incredible. And I just want to say this beautiful photo here is her as a young child. And this is such an amazing opportunity that she's asking her community to tap into, right? To really tap into who they are, where they've been. And I could just think about my little girl. I would love to do your gamification for my little one, right? This is so powerful. This is so heartfelt, well written, super clear, super inviting, awesome way to bring connection and invite transformation. So congratulations to our 2 winners and to all of you who have played and are continuing to catch up, all our replayers. We love you. Keep showing up. It's been amazing. It's been so fun getting to watch all your videos and read all your calls to action. So congratulations again. And now it's time to announce call to action number 5. Sage, do you want to go ahead and get that?
CTA number 5. I'm so excited about CTA number 5 because this is where you get to post in the group what's your number 1 result you offer and who it's for. And you're going to get a chance to give feedback to each other on those results. I am so excited to see your posts and to see what you post and to really get feedback from each other so that you can be sure your results are standing out. And I am going to just show you real quick what this can look like and what it looks like in the Facebook group when you post on a sticker your results. So it could look something like this. You would go here and you could grab a sticker, and we got hashtag CTA 5, attention women entrepreneurs, grow your speaking biz, maybe freedom-based. That's a good result. There we go. Attention women entrepreneurs, grow your freedom-based speaking biz in just 12 days a month or less. I wonder if I could say successful. Is it going to let me get all those in? Nice. Boom. All right, y'all. It will look something like that. Get your results and benefits posted and comment on at least 3 of your sisters. I'm super excited to see these, and we are just super excited to continue to watch you playing in the challenge and in the CTAs. And I want to also invite you to not just post the most simple results, but post the results that you know would be top of mind for your clients, the results that are going to be really exciting for them. Pop a yes in the chat if you know you want a freedom-based business. Pop a yes in the chat if you know you would love to not have to work all the time, right? Just like Lisa and Sandy were speaking to, when you have the right tools, you don't have to hustle so much. And that brings me to our reminder of where we've been. Our CTAs are due tomorrow night. If you haven't had a chance to make the live videos, post your talk title, respond to 3 sisters, post a transformational gamification prompt, and now post your number 1 result you offer and who it's for. These are the CTAs. We've got one more fun one for you tomorrow. Pop a yes in the chat if you are a winner and you're going to be playing in the CTAs all the way through. I've got one more piece to remind you around as we talk about our training programs that help you craft your talks and your offers. Here's the bottom line. Having your talk and your offer created gives you security. It's like having security in your business, because once you have a talk that sells, you can use it again and again. It's also what creates influencer status, right? Having that speaking skill, the opportunity to making a huge difference. And it's also what creates recurring revenue. so you can really hire other people to support you to get your message out, be in your zone of genius. It's also what allows you to sell high ticket. I love that Sandy was so bold in saying, I love high ticket programs. And I'm curious, when you look at the ways that businesses grow out, would it be helpful to see the ways that we've built out and the ways that our clients have built out? On the next slide, one of my questions for you is, how many of you sometimes create content in the closet? Pop a yes in the chat if you've ever caught yourself creating content behind your computers, in your closet. And how many of you sometimes just want to create passive income and just be done? Raise your hand if that's you. Can't it just be passive, Sage? Can't people just click on the button, click buy now? Raise your hand if you've ever felt like you just want people to be able to click on the button. So many beginning entrepreneurs and mentors want to go straight to low ticket products. But I've been studying what works for 13 years. And what works is when you build out a program that actually changes lives. What works is when you're willing to serve private clients or serve group programs so that you can really build out that membership program or create that passive income over time. Raise your hand if you can see the value of giving yourself time to let your body of work unfold. How many of you can see the value of building real relationships online, creating real impact? This is the more grounded and proven approach, and you'll be surprised how fast the money can come. So my question for you is, are you ready to step in to your leadership and your influence and that clear sense of direction? And I feel so excited to invite you to join a community of women who have kind of done the impossible. We're going to go straight to a video that tells you a little bit about the results that are possible and expands on what you heard from Lisa and Sandy. And when I get back, I'll explain the details for you. And I also want to invite you, pop a yes in the chat if you're just as curious about how I make this offer as you are about the offer itself. Pop a yes in the chat if you already know that watching trainers make their offers is one of the most educational parts of the whole thing. So we're going to play a short video and we'll be right back.
As soon as I jumped into the program, I did my event and I used all of the systems and processes that Sage had put into place. And I went, I'm just going to do it. Like, what could happen? I had 200 people register for my event. I had 32 people show up at various places. And I had 7 people sign up. So I did 14K and I went, woohoo, let's do that again. So I just want to say thank you for this training. It is incredible. I wouldn't be on the trajectory of where I want my business to go without this training. So thank you so much.
My gosh, the model works and it was so incredible. I had over 100 women in the room that were just so excited and passionate to be there, and 20 of them actually ended up saying yes to my year-long program, and so it became a multiple six-figure launch.
Thank God for Sage Levine and having met her, because my entire life changed. I've been able to not only do it, but I have the website built and I've been able to create a 90-day parenting reset. I've been able to enroll probably 20, 30, 40 people at this point, and now even have 2 VIP clients paying me $10,000.
I've managed to put together my first signature talk. I had a fantastic turnout. I followed all the steps that I received from Sage and her wonderful coaches, and I felt so supported. I had so much confidence, and as a result of that, I connected with half of the people in the room to come back and ask me for more, for a coaching session with them. And I'm just over the moon.
Virtual events are incredibly powerful, and it's really helped me serve on a much higher level. We were able to bring over 6,000 women into the program over these last 2 years. You know, it's all due to Women Rocking Business. We're on track for $1 million year, which I never thought I would get to, and it's such a blessing to be able to serve at such a high level.
When I started taking the stage and really stepped forward in my business and my leadership, I made my first $2,000 in my business. And then I really quickly made my first $100,000 in a weekend from getting even more visible. And now when I speak, I have, even at a small speaking engagement, it'll be a $5,000 speaking engagement. And now I get asked to keynote all over North America. And I had a 3-day live event that I brought in $250,000 in revenue in one weekend. Now that I'm rocking the stage, I'm rocking my life.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so proud of every single one of those women. And the value of building your stage is really that having your own stage puts you back in control. Having your own stage, being able to host your own events is what actually sets you up for financial freedom long term. Having your own stage is what really supports you to have a business that you can rely on for years to come. And so really to be able to serve the people you love, to make your own money, to really set the vibe of your own community is such an honor. And I'm so excited to lovingly invite you and support you to join the Profitable Speaker Training Program, where you are going to be rocking your talk, finding your clients, launching your virtual and/or live speaking business in the next 9 weeks. We're also going to be training you in more AI tools so you can really thrive in a changing online world. This program is for you, whether you're a newbie or a seasoned speaker. And the end destination of this program is to create and deliver your client attracting talk, a talk that you can use again and again and again via a masterclass, a virtual event, or a live speaking gig to make your offer and to enroll new clients. For those of you that would want to check it out right now, you can head to womenrockingbusiness.com/profitable speaker. That's womenrockingbusiness.com/profitable speaker. And we can pop that URL in the chat as well. We are kicking off in about a week and a half with a VIP day. Imagine being back with us for the whole day to launch your business. Erica, you want to say a little bit about what happens here?
100%. This is really key, right? So this talk, you're going to learn how to choose and clarify your speaking message and niche. You're going to begin creating your client attracting talk and learn how to stand out online, right? And you're also going to design your high ticket offer that you can use for years to come. Just like Sandy was talking about, you're going to learn how to make that amazing high ticket offer. How many of you, Papa Yes, would love to learn how to be making hot, sexy, high ticket offers? Papa Yes in the chat, right? And how many of you also realize, you know what? My message still isn't clear. I feel like I need a little more clarity. Papa Yes in the chat if you want some more clarity. So this is really what this day is all about. And we're getting started, just like Sage said, in a week and a half. And do you want to talk about what they're getting every week, Sage?
I'm so excited. So for those 9 weeks, each week, you're going to get a couple of things. You're going to get a profitable speaker training session, which is going to cover all the fundamentals and proven processes to help you fill your event, create your event, make your offer, and feel super confident selling your program. You're also going to get each week a marketing power practice session. And this is where we don't just give you the content. You're going to be practicing every single week. We're going to put you in small groups. So we're going to use the Zoom breakout room function to train you in how to make your offer, how to tell your story. We're going to demo it, and then we'll put you in small groups so you can practice. Because I know after being a school teacher that we can give you all the content in the world, but if we don't get you practicing and getting feedback, it's not going to stick. So you're going to practice all the core components of your speaking business, and you'll be able to get feedback from your fellow students in a safe place, reviewing your marketing materials and all the things. And then we have created something here at Women Rocking Business that makes us completely unique. And it is called our Speakathon. This is the reason that so many of our clients choose our programs over some other programs, and sometimes jump into our programs in addition to their other programs that they're in. Erica, do you want to talk about this?
100%. Yes. I would say that we've absolutely cracked the code on launching women speakers. And just like you said, I think we are the only training company that I know that has launched this proven system to launch women speakers. And I would say we just finished, and it just gets better every single time. So you're coming into this well-lubed machine that is going to support you to have an audience. We're going to teach you how to have a wing woman. You're going to have someone like Jill behind the scenes supporting you. How many of you want a Jill or a Deborah behind the scenes supporting you? So all you have to do is focus on your teaching, focus off on your offer, right? So good. Pop a yes in the chat if you can see the value of knowing that you will guaranteed have an audience there to support you. You can have your sisters. All my lone wolves, you are no longer alone. This speakathon is the thing that's going to support you to get that momentum, right? It's so powerful. And this is really what makes this program so unique and allows you to really see big results. So I'm super, super excited about this speakathon. And do you want to talk about what happens in week 1? Sage?
Absolutely. So let's talk about each week really briefly so you guys can really get a sense of the program. So week 1, you're going to be claiming your message, crafting your course. We're going to include that VIP day, but we're also going to be including extra messaging support. So you'll get an extra messaging support session so you can really find and enroll your clients, build out your course that week so you start to feel really confident that you have something to offer. If you have a course already created, I can almost guarantee you that we're going to give you distinctions about how to position that course, how to talk about that course, and how to sell that course that's going to get you making money right away. In the second week, we're going to help you master your event marketing and really learn even more AI hacks to do this really easily. So you can create your marketing materials, your ads, your graphics. We even have a Canva training in there where all you have to do is plug your words into our templates. We've tested templates for ads. We know what templates work more than other ones. And so you can literally plug your stuff into our templates and really make a big splash and then use social media to market and promote your event. We teach you at least a dozen different ways of filling your event so that you can all really feel like you can rest in knowing people are going to come to your event if you show up fully. In week 3, we're going to help you build out that funnel so that you actually have ways for people to sign up. You can practice things like Eventbrite, things like Zoom, things like getting really comfortable on the technology that's required to host these events and get the word out. Do you want to talk about week 4, Erica? And then in week 4, you are going to get to design your offer. Pop a yes in the chat if you want to get our entire framework for designing your offer. Erica, you can pop in at any time.
Thank you so much. And what I was going to say is that we are not just winging it when we are saying our offers. We are actually leaning into a structure that all of our clients are learning, a structure that converts. And that's what we're going to teach you, right? You're going to get an opportunity to design your own unique offer. You're going to get an opportunity to practice it and get that personalized feedback from your community. And then you're going to implement done for you systems so you can rock your offer with ease. How many of you want to just lean into a proven structure? You don't have to go there and create it all yourself. Sage, she's a school teacher. Do you know how hard this woman has worked to create the most yummiest handouts for you? So this is what we have for you. You get to lean into all the amazing work that she's created. And it's incredible to see our clients making money using the same system that we're using today. Okay. And so that's just week 4. Then we're moving into week 5, which is all about creating your transformational talk. So we focused on that this week, but I'll say there's so much more to learn. And when you get to really get that practice and focus on what not only inspires, but also helps people enroll, right? Discovering ways to keep your clients engaged, having them really integrate, applying that learning cycle, getting to really practice that in real time, and then get game-changing strategies for rocking your breakthrough sessions and Q&A sessions. And then week 6, we are talking about crafting a story that sells. So you're going to discover how to choose a story that becomes your most effective promotions tool. Just like I was telling my story today, we're going to teach you a proven strategy that allows people to really be not only moved by your story, but moved to want more from you, right? It's creating a story that really sells, not just entertains, and understand what makes you credible, right? because you all have something to offer, and it's going to support you to build that trust and allow people to really respect you and want to work with you. And Sage, do you want to talk about what happens in week 7?
Absolutely. And I'm just curious, I mean, how many of you know that telling your story is going to be your best marketing tool? Pop a yes in the chat if you know that when you can tell your story well, that alone is going to get you clients. Like, if there was no other reason that you invested in this program, but to actually learn how to tell a good story from stage, I think this would be literally worth it alone. And then let me revisit week 7, because this is when we're going to do the speakathon. And I just want to really reiterate, some of you might be deciding to practice an event in next week. Some of you are doing events this week. Some of you are doing events coming up soon. Some of you feel like you want a little time to get ready. The speakathon is in week 7 of the course, and trust me, you'll have time. But this is the week where our entire community, they all host events the same week. Can you imagine being a part of a community of women where there's hundreds of events going on, and you're hosting your event and they're attending your event and you're attending their events, and it's like a big off the freaking hook party all week long? It is like, there is no way for you to back down. Like, I have literally designed a way, and I hacked my brain for years going, how do I get my clients even better results? How do I make sure they don't get hijacked by their fear or their limiting beliefs or their unworthiness? And I realized if we all launch in 1 week and we all do events the same week and we're cheering each other on the whole time, we will not fail. Pop a yes in the chat if you can feel the energy of this. Your sisterhood won't let you fail. This is actually how we guarantee your results. So we'll pop the slide back up, but this is where you get to take the stage with sisterhood support, partner with incredible women. We're going to teach you how to be each other's wing women and really promote and host your events so that your clients say yes. And this is not just an event where the community is joining, you're also promoting this event to the public. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? So yes, you'll have community members in attendance, but then you're also going to have potential clients in attendance, like real, like from the internet. But it's the community members who are going to be lifting your whole event up. Because guess what? Raise your hand if you'd like to jump into each other's events and blow up the chat with positivity and encourage everybody to buy. It's like next level when you have each other playing in that full out way. And I'm also so excited for week 8, because week 8 is when we get together for our 3-day sales transformation, where we spend 3 full days together. Erica, you want to share?
I'm so excited. I think this is a perfect way to really land in from that speakathon, because you're going to get an opportunity to transform your relationship to money and enrollment at this 3-day event. And I'm curious, how many of you are ready to transform your money story? How many of you are ready to transform your relationship with money? Pop a yes in the chat, because I guarantee you this is a place for that. It's amazing what happens. You're also going to craft your 90-day launch plan for bigger impacts. So you have a plan to grow your biz, and then discover sales hacks to turn 50% or more of your conversations into paying clients. And I would say, how many of you have felt the power of transformation so far on day 5? Are you feeling something shifting? Your cells are beginning to bubble. You're feeling something move through your heart, through your being. I'll just say that this 3-day event is that amplified. I've heard clients say when they leave here, they're literally missing us. There's an ache in their heart because we just go so deep during these 3 days. And this amazing sales hybrid retreat is really, really extra special. And Sage is going to talk about that. But I'll just say over here, I cannot wait. It can't get here soon enough.
Well, this is really a sales transformation. This is where we get to actually train you to sell confidently. I need to spend a couple days in a row with you to really get you shifting some of your beliefs around sales. Raise your hand if you're picking up what I'm laying down. Like, it's a transmission. It's also the opportunity to come be with your sisters in person. You can absolutely join on Zoom, or pop a yes in the chat if you would love to be hugging each other in person, forming lifelong relationships in person in Santa Cruz. Who wants to be back together, human to human, standing in a beach circle? Our our incredible community has been asking for this for a while. This is the first time since before COVID that we've been able to get the public to open doors to the greater community and really get together. And if you join us on Zoom, you're still going to get the full sales transformation. I promise we're really good at hybrid events. And then when we get back together for week 9, we're going to make sure you are totally clear on your profitable speaker plan. Erica.
I'm just curious, how many of you here feel like you're ready to create your own schedule, right? Pop a yes in the chat. You're sick of being on someone else's time. You want to be your own boss. Who's ready to learn strategy to consistently create revenue? Pop a yes in the chat. That's really what week 9 is all about, is crafting your speaking plan, right? So leverage your speaking business to create that revenue, create your freedom schedule, and build a business that fits your life so you can do what you want to do and also make good money doing it, right? And have freedom, and then set up wash, rinse, repeat strategies for long-term success. And I will tell you, seeing my clients do this, it creates so much more ease, right? How many of you want to experience the ease of having a really solid talk, a really solid training that you could keep leaning into and enroll from again and again and again? Pop a yes in the chat, because that's what we're committed to getting you with this program.
We know that as you launch your speaking business, you're going to have questions. You're going to have a lot of questions. And that's why we have coaches in our Facebook group, our private Facebook group, Monday through Friday, at least 8 hours a day. So you can get same day answers to your questions. You don't have to wait. And these are coaches like Erica and Nicole and Deborah that you've been meeting that have all launched their own speaking businesses. You're going to be experiencing this power of women collaborating. You can get feedback on your marketing materials on a daily basis and be really accountable and uplifted. I'm so proud of the community that we have to have this for several months. It's just a game changer. You're also going to get instant access to our toolkit. And I'm really proud of this. You've heard a lot of our clients talking about how we just share the frameworks, checklists for every single piece of their business. There's always a checklist waiting for them. And it's really true. You're going to get everything that we've used to design and fill events, use social media to fill events, make offers from stage, create breakthroughs in the room, marketing checklists, autoresponders, our masterclass maps, our speaker funnels. So you can just plug your ideas into our email campaigns and it's going to save you hours of time. So for those of you that are ready to join, I do recommend that you head over to womenrockingbusiness.com/profitable speaker. Again, that's womenrockingbusiness.com/profitable speaker. And we have coaches standing by. All the details are over there. And our team is even over there in real time to answer your questions. So if you're ready to jump in, I do recommend you take a moment and open up that website now as a second browser on your computer or your phone. And if you have any questions, you can actually just type those into the website. And our coaches are there. Our coaches are even happy to hop on the phone with you for a few minutes and just help you get everything that you need to feel confident about making this decision. And when you jump in, you're actually also going to get instant access to a few bonuses. The first thing I wanted to include is my Make Money with Your Message course, because this is a 4-module course that has supported thousands of women to get clear on their message or get even more clear on their message. I've had so many of my clients tell me that this was actually one of their favorite courses that they've ever done with us. And I've helped so many women get clear on their message that I finally, right before COVID, kind of locked myself in my house for a couple days, got a lot of dark chocolate, and just channeled everything that I know about helping you get your message clear into this course. And then many of you have also, along the lines, I've served so many clients over the years, and they've asked for more case studies and more guidance around really building out that high ticket. You've been hearing us talk about high ticket. So I took all the supplemental information that we have on campus here about really helping you build your high ticket program. And I put those into an extra mini course that you'll be able to listen to when you're driving or taking a walk, just to keep getting that mindset of why high ticket and what your high ticket program can be and sound like. And then Erica, do you want to talk a little bit about these speaker maps?
Oh yeah, I love these speaker maps because it speaks to a special kind of learner. And I want to know how many of you are visual learners. Pop a yes in the chat. When you see a map, when you see a graphic, it really helps you land in the learning. Yes, I'm seeing those yeses. Well, this is what we've created. So these are plug and play maps for visual learners. You're going to design and fill your masterclass funnel and create email campaigns, turn free consultations into high paying clients, and simplify your tech so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. If you haven't noticed a theme here, we are absolutely a stand for you having more ease in your business. And these maps are definitely an amazing resource for you to have just that. And what else are we offering these women to really support them?
You know,
Sage?
I'm just going to be honest, y'all. ChatGPT cannot create this map for you, not yet. Maybe someday, but ChatGPT does not fully understand all the pieces of the way these events come together. I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm so excited for you to really get all the pieces of this. And I know for some of you, technology might be a sticky point. Pop a yes in the chat if technology is one of your hardest parts about thinking about really making a go of this business. And that's why last year we actually added some support calls specifically around the technology just to test it out. And we got raving reviews from our clients. And so we actually have an incredible tech support sister here supporting us today. Her name is Jill. Some of you have met her, but she's going to help you really rest into simple systems so you can confidently navigate technology. And this is time for you to get on and get that extra hand holding. She's going to do screen shares. She's going to slow it down. She's going to show you click by click how to make this all work together. No question is too small for Jill. You can get on and go, wait, how do I do this thing in Zoom? Wait, how do I actually get people to click to sign up for my event? And it's so awesome to have that we provide a ton of technology support just in the main program. We have, how-to videos. Your trainers are going to be doing screen shares and showing you step by step, but these are in addition to, these are extra. So I just love this extra support. And give some love to Jill in the chat just for providing that. She's so amazing. And the fifth bonus we're going to offer you, and we haven't always offered this, but so many of you have let us know how philanthropic you are that we wanted to get you this Give to Grow training. This is one of my favorite trainings. It's actually going to teach you how to bring philanthropy into your brand, into your business, just some really simple strategies you can use to be raising money. This is my friend Vivian Glick. We've raised $250,000 just for her Girl Power project in Uganda, and reallocated that money. So I'm so proud. Some of the money that we got from VIP was reallocated toward Girl Power Project in Uganda, preventing rape and violence and educating girls. It's not just about giving back. It's also about being a mentor, being a leader on the planet who is philanthropic, right? So I'm so excited to get you this extra training as well. Erica.
Oh, gosh, these bonuses are hot. You got me sweating over here, Sage, 100%. So I just want to go over the components of the program so you're really aware of what you're going to be getting. Okay, so we're going to start off with that Rock Your Talk VIP day. Then you're going to move into weekly live profitable speaker trainings with Sage, and then weekly live marketing power calls with coaches like myself. You're going to get the VIP pass, the 7-day speak-a-thon, that amazing opportunity to launch your speaking. Then you're going to have that 3-day sales retreat to really bust through those myths, to create a new story, to get that 90-day launch plan. You're going to have coaching Monday through Friday in our private Facebook group with coaches like myself, and then the Profitable Speaker Toolkit. So that's valued, all of that, over $14,500. So the value is really there. And that's just the program. You also have the bonuses. Sage, do you want to go over those bonuses one more time?
Yes. So we're going to give you the Make Money with Your Message Niche Clarity course, the Monetize with High Ticket Programs course, the speaker maps, the tech support calls, and that philanthropic training. I'm super excited about this particular bonus package. It's a little different from last time, and it's so valuable. And the complete package you can really see is our Profitable Speaker Training course with the Message Clarity course, the High Ticket course, the speaker maps, and the technology support. And you can really see that the value's there. We've got over $20,000 of value here. And today you'll have a couple of options for those of you that would like to jump in. you can either make a one-time payment of $2,997 or 3 payments of $1,077. And again, I invite you to head over to womenrockingbusiness.com/profitable speaker and consider joining us. This is what you'll see when you go over to the program page. On the next slide, it'll show you that you have those 2 options for payment plans. And the regular investment for this program is $9,997, almost $10,000. So as you can see that when we open doors during a launch like this, when we open doors during a challenge like this, we always give you the best possible price, best possible discount we can. And I do want to take a moment and chat about the pay in full bonus, because this is pretty full. We have a pay in full bonus this year. Last year, our affiliate partner and dear friend, Gina Gabellini, sat me down because she heard that I had done $12 million revenue events in a year. I've had many of the top digital marketers and some of the speakers that you might follow. Many of them have come to us to ask us how we're doing events because our events are so successful. And Gina said to me, Sage, you're the only woman I know in the industry that has done a dozen events that created over $1 million in sales. I just want some of your high level strategy and mindset. I want to spend an hour asking you what goes into $1 million event. I really want to understand. And so she sat me down and she asked me all these questions. We recorded the whole thing, and I realized it would be such a great thing to get in the hands of women, even who are just starting out with events, because there's so many mindset shifts in there. So pop a yes in the chat if you want to do multi-day events or retreats, not just like 1 hour a day, but to really go deep with your clients and your attendees. I would love to get this training in your hands when you pay in full. Now, let's just kind of look at the overview. This is really kind of like getting 3 or 4 courses for the price of one. You're going to get the Profitable Speaker Training Program. You're going to get the Build Your High Ticket Program mini course, the Rock Your Sales 3-day event, and the Make Money with Your Message course. And I'm also super proud to share that today, we are going to give you one more bonus when you jump in before we hang up the line. And that bonus is our Master the Art of Feminine Enrollment course. And this course has been requested by so many of our clients to share with their friends, to continue to revisit this training, because this is where we teach some of the high level stuff of how to transform concerns around I can't afford it. We go through case studies so you can really see sales conversations happening in front of you. You learn our GROW model that Sally and Lisa were talking about earlier. You're going to get instant access so you don't have to wait for the sales retreat to really learn how to sell. This is kind of the quickest path to be making money right away, quickest path to 6 figures. And again, for those of you that do decide to join us before we hang up the line, we're going to give you this extra course just as a thank you for being that quick action taker. It's just so much fun to work with those of you that are willing to just step in. And we also are going to do something really awesome for every speaker who registers for our training. We're going to be planting a tree in honor of your speaking career. And we also are continuing to allocate a percentage of our profits to stand in solidarity with Girl Power. Some of you might even get to meet Vivian in September. I know she's going to be at the Clinton Global Initiative. She's the CEO of Girl Power Project. But I think I've convinced her to join us at the September event. You're going to love her. So what you should know about the Profitable Speaker Training, just a few more quick facts. We have launched thousands of successful women speakers. Like we've literally launched thousands of successful female speakers. We've served over 5,000 women from over 100 different countries. And we've hosted over 875 successful events just in the last 18 months and generated hundreds of thousands of dollars by our clients. I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud that this is not just let me try to teach you how to do this, but let me actually get you results. And again, I also want to let you know that you can try the Profitable Speaker Training Program risk-free. Some of you saw this on the website, but if after working the program and completing the coursework for 14 days, if you decide the program isn't for you, you can let us know and you will receive a full refund. And this is my way of saying to you, I believe in you so much, and I believe in this program so much that I want to give you a chance to say yes, risk-free. So one more time, you have 2 investment options. You can do a one-time payment of $2,997 or 3 payments of $1,077. And it would be our honor, our absolute honor to support you in the Women Rocking Business Profitable Speaker Training. And let me just say a few things about why I think now is the time. First of all, this is a rare opportunity because I think the biggest fear that so many female speakers have is that nobody's going to come to their event or people are going to judge them for being too salesy. But because of the Speakathon, I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to do the Speakathon. The Speakathon is a big thing. Can we give some love to our team in the chat? Because our team goes way out of their way to make hundreds of events happen the same week. By the way, you're the one making your event happen. We're not going to host it for you. You're going to open up the Zoom line. We're going to teach you how to fill it. But to actually corral the whole community is such a big thing. And I'm so glad we're doing this again this year so that you can actually make sure, like have a guaranteed way to overcome any fears that you have, that nobody's going to come, or that you're not going to know what to say, or that people are going to think you're salesy, because the whole community is going to be doing it together. And I think that as everything continues to grow and go crazy online, the more important it is that we actually have each other. The more important it is that we're staying to the front side of these conversations. AI is changing so fast. Now you can do graphics. Now you can do videos. My team and I are studying and attending AI trainings on a monthly basis. I'm actually tapped into a network of digital marketers that are at 7, 8, and 9 figures. And I'm getting a chance to really bring the most cutting edge and important information back to you so that you don't end up kind of behind the wheel. There's not some hack that's going to help you fill your events even more that you're not going to know about. Let me do that for you. I'm in a mastermind where I'm getting together with some of these top digital marketers all throughout the year, and we're in connection by email every day. Let me do that for you so you don't have to wade through all the information out there and try to decide. And the biggest reason I would invite you to join us today, and to maybe not think about it, but just join us today, is because when you say yes to yourself, something starts happening immediately. Like, why wait? Right? When we say yes to ourselves, I just invested in another mentorship program a few weeks ago, and it was like, I was so scared to do it. It was like another mentor. It was another big investment. And I told my COO, when I think about making this investment, it was a $44,000 investment. I said, when I think about making this investment, my body feels relief and excitement. I feel like I'm going to be even more on purpose. I feel like I'm going to have the map to how to continue to grow Women Rocking Business. And that's how I want to feel. I want to feel that support up underneath me. If we're going to be mentors, serving other people, and we're going to be asking people to invest in our programs through us, I believe it's so important that we get to feel that feeling of being completely supported and celebrated as we grow our businesses. And the time is now. Each of you has been through something in your lives that you now have an education to help other people navigate. And why would you sit on that for even one more day? This world needs you, and it's the best feeling ever to give back in this way. Erica?
Ooh, you are speaking the gospel of Sage today. Seriously, it's so, so powerful. And I just really want to lift up everything that you're saying and speak to all the women here who know that you have a message, who are feeling the pull, who are feeling that desire in your heart. And this is the way. The way is through this investment. The way is through, whether you do it with us or with someone else, but it is through getting that support. choosing to get that mentorship, because entrepreneurship is not a lone wolfing game. Okay. It is meant to be done in community. And I could say, because I've seen it through hundreds of my clients, that 98% of these women are lone wolfers. And when they come here and they feel the power of the community, they feel all the amazing structures and handouts that we've already created, and get to lean into that, that their lives completely change. Their nervous systems down regulate. They actually get to land in a space where they can be held, because what's true is a lot of us don't have people in our lives who understands what it takes to be an entrepreneur. I'm curious, how many of you have people in your life who really don't understand the journey that you're on? Pop a yes in the chat that maybe you've gone to with these vulnerable things and they just don't get it. And it's not that there's anything wrong with them, right? But there is something special that we have as entrepreneurs that no one else can understand unless they are walking the journey beside you. And I think that's one of the most powerful things about this program and our community, is that you are walking the walk next to other folks who are walking their walk. And so as a mama, okay, I am taking a stand for all of you that we need to start being in action right now. We need to be in action as of yesterday to be creating the world that we want our children to be growing up into, that we want our grandchildren, that we want our nieces and nephews. They need us, right? And if you are curious, it's like a net will be thrown. It's like when you are willing to take that leap, I have goosebumps, like just radiating through my entire being right now. When you are willing to take that leap, a net will be thrown. You will land, and we are here to catch you. These sisters, this sisterhood is here to catch you. And I will tell you, as someone who has had major wounds around being in community, around sisterhood, around just bigger spaces, this has absolutely healed that part of myself. And now I'm here to support you. Okay. So this is your opportunity to say yes to you. And I promise you, Sage and this team, they will go to bat for you. This woman works so flippin' hard to make sure that you're getting the best support that you can absolutely have. She's the real deal, people. I promise you this. Auntie Sage, you have my heart, and I am so grateful to be a part of this team and getting to walk alongside you and support these women. It is a dream come true. So thank you.
You're going to make me cry in the middle of my offer. Oh, you know, you heard from Lisa, you heard from Sandy earlier in the week. You've heard from some of our other incredible sisters on video, Elizabeth, Sophia, Susan Pierce Thompson, Trisha. You know, these women are no different from you. They took a breath. They decided to believe in themselves. They took a leap. And they're making tens of thousands, many of them hundreds of thousands of dollars. I saw some questions in the chat. Christine said so bravely, I don't really have any people to support me. No people really get what I'm up to. I think that's what you meant when you posted that, Christine. And I would just say, if you don't feel like you have support at home, if you don't feel like you have people in your life that have actually launched like a message-based business that's about them, like I say this with love, but you kind of need support more than anybody. Like, let us support you so you can get your message out there. Like, it's rare to make the decision that you're making to launch a purpose-based business. It's a rare decision. But the women that find their way onto this campus are extraordinary. And I think being a part of this community is actually worth the cost of the program alone. However, I'm so proud of the content that you get, that you're going to be able to have with you for your entire life. The talk that you're going to create in this program is something you can use again and again and again to create tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Kristen said in the chat that she's been in several other programs and she has still felt alone. How is this program different? And I just want to point out a couple of things to you, Kristen, and to anybody else saying, how is this program different? Because I've been asking that myself ever since I launched a version of this program 12 years ago. How do I make this program different? Because I've spent over $1 million. I've invested over $1 million of my money in the last decade in business training. And some of it has been phenomenal and some of it has not been phenomenal. And what I've learned is that the mentors that actually give a shit are the mentors that have changed my life. And the thing that matters to me is that I have components in this program where you actually have support, you actually have the structure and the community to go make it happen. And that's why we added the Speakathon. The Speakathon is the most expensive thing we do as part of this program. But the Speakathon is worth every penny we spend on it, because the Speakathon is where you're actually going to go out there and do your event. You're going to have women from the community attending the event, cheering you on in the chat, loving you up, maybe showing your slides, maybe playing music for you, maybe being your DJ. We're going to train you on how to do all that. Are we going to do that for you? No. But we're going to show you exactly how. And if you work the steps, you're likely going to end up being one of our success stories on Zoom, like Lisa, like Sandy, like Trisha, talking about your results next time we open doors to this program. And I would like nothing more than for that to happen. So I want to invite you again, one more time, to jump in today so we can get you that extra training with all the case studies and the enrollment, the extra training on grow and the sales conversation and how to dance with people's concerns when they tell you they can't afford it, and all the things that are going to come up as you grow your business, so that we can help you as much as possible with all of that. And it's not just going to be me and Erica welcoming you into that Facebook group. It's going to be dozens and dozens of women welcoming you, because we already have, I think, 17 or 18 buyers. So we have many of you jumping in. I want to welcome those of you that are saying yes. Our very first sister who said yes was Brenda Gray Furland. Give Brenda some love in the chat. Christine Vanek, Jenny Gangloff-Rain, Sasha Butler. Sasha, welcome. Jolena Karen, Katarina is in. Marilyn Pop is in. Carmen McNeil is in. Nancy BB Hatted, Julie Mott Butler, Debbie Tisler is in, Joan Kenyon Woods is in. I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath and consider joining these women. We're going to roll into some Q&A, and I want to invite you to consider what breakthrough you'd like to have. And especially, is there a breakthrough you'd like to have in terms of making this program really successful for you? And we're going to do what we did yesterday, where we're going to bring up one of you to have a breakthrough with Erica and I that wants to have a breakthrough on behalf of the whole group. Whoever this person is that we bring up has got to be okay with us, with being on the live stream. And we want to support you with some aspect of believing in yourself, of really stepping in and claiming this for yourself. So go ahead and raise your hand if you think that's you. You're supposed to come up on behalf of everybody. And let's bring Candace up here. Candace, welcome. I can't hear you yet.
There we go. Hi,
there you
everybody.
go.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I just joined. Oh,
you joined already. Congratulations. Well done.
So,
and what's the breakthrough you want to have?
Okay, so I just quit my career as a teacher, high school teacher in Windsor, Ontario, and I'm going to Guatemala in October to write my book. My book is my platform, and I've done some public speaking. I've had a business since 2015, and I feel like I'm really shifting. I actually feel like I found my niche just yesterday. I will say that I've done these things before in a sense, and find your niche, but the way you proposed it, the way the other women were talking about it, made so much more sense. And so I think what I'd love to see at the outcome of this, because I'll be finished this program right before I head to Guatemala, I want to feel more confident and certain of where I'm going. Because when I started this with you just on Tuesday, I felt like I knew what I wanted, but I was still so discombobulated. And I feel like I'm already funneling into my focus. And I want to go into Guatemala and write that damn book and come back and use that to do my speaking engagements, to create my offers, and to start doing what I know I'm meant to do.
I love this. What niche did you land on? What clarity did you land in?
So I want to work with supporting professional moms in their 40s. So the reason for that is I'm 48 years old. I have an 18-year-old who's starting university, a 16-year-old going into grade 12, and then I had a surprise baby at 42 who came through a vasectomy. And so I have a 6-year-old. And I'm a very different mother to her than I was to my other children when they were that age. My husband left when she was 2.5. So I'm a single parent, and I feel like I'm showing her, and I feel there's a lot of professional moms in their 40s who kind of look around and go, is this it? Because I feel like we start to feel our calling into what our life purpose or our passion is. You know, we spend our 30s being a wife, a mother, and I'm speaking of the kind of traditional who my avatar is, my person, the wife, mother, the household provider, the career woman. And that's why I want to work with professional women who do all the shoulds. You know, I'm a Gen Xer, so do all those things.
Totally.
And then it's like, but I'd be like, is this my life? Like, there's more. And you feel this calling. I just left my 6-figure career.
Totally.
I don't know what I'll get paid.
Thank you for stepping away so that you could do the thing that's on your heart. I know what it's like to step away from a cush, like paycheck and health insurance. But here's what I'll say to every single one of you. Do not ever let yourself be held hostage by health insurance. I'm going to say it one more time to every single one of you. Don't let yourself be held hostage by health insurance. There are solutions. There are entrepreneurial plans. You can keep yourself safe and write your own ticket. And it's so much more liberating. And I'm excited for you, Candace, because like the experience that you've had as a teacher, as a woman leader, and as a mom is now culminating. It's coming together. And I can tell you're the right person to do this. What's the name of your first event, you think? Is it like Moms on Purpose? Is it like what kind of mom are you claiming for these moms?
You know, I have all this content already. And so when I posted a picture of myself in Estonia at Mind Valley University, and I did this whole speaking thing on your soul spark. And so about that fire within. And so it has to do with, actually, I was reading this, I was just flipping through this journal I had from 2019, and it talked about igniting, that I have a spark. I years later, created this whole soul spark. I didn't even know I wrote that.
Soul spark moms.
I know. So it has to do something with ignite your passion, your purpose. It has to do with that fire lighting up. And
I love it.
I think that's what happens, right?
Moms on Purpose.
Yes. Soul spark. Soul spark.
Soul spark. Yeah.
Yes. I love it. Attention moms over 40, or attention moms in their 40s. 3 keys to ignite your soul spark.
Yeah.
Life on purpose, motherhood on purpose.
You know, I realized why it was so hard to figure out my niche, because as a teacher, we are supposed to accommodate to everybody and teach everybody. And I'm like, how do I pick a person? Just like a lot of the women were saying.
Right. Pop a yes in the chat. Hold on. Pop a yes in the chat if you can relate to this, because pop a yes in the chat if you're like, you know, as women, we're actually taught to take care of everybody. We're taught to be people pleasers. We're taught to just be in service, or, you know, I mean, to actually like choose a group of people to serve, even if it's for a year, it's like a bold choice, but it's a choice that actually opens doors wide open. So we're just going to take a couple more minutes here, but I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited to support you in the program. I love Soul Spark Moms. I love, you know, Attention Moms, 3 keys to clarify your passion, purpose, make money living it, whatever it is. I'm super excited for your event. What I'm going to recommend is that you play full out in this program. You host your event as part of the Speakathon. You put it out there and get the marketing materials together. Like each week, we're going to hold your hand and actually, like this week, we're just going to do this, get your graphics. This week, we're going to do this. We're going to help you build your little funnel so people can get enrolled. Like each week, we're going to break it down. And for those of you that already know how to do this stuff, there's going to be distinctions. Here's how you get more eyeballs. Here's how you boost. Here's how you optimize on social media. Here's a hack that we found that just 10x'd how many people came to some of our clients' events. So each week we're going to be holding your hand, and you're not going to have to figure it out alone, because it's going to be like literally like screen share, do this, screen share, do that. We have a 9-week plan where each week you're going to be able to give yourself a little check marks on the boxes. I'm like a total teacher, right? Like it's going to be so crystal clear what you need to do. And it's not 90 pages of stuff. It's 1 page. 1 page gets you that success. And I could absolutely see for you, Candace, with the enthusiasm you have and the clarity you have, like I could easily see you having 50 to 100 people show up for this event or more. And I could easily see you launch a group program of your first 12 moms at $10,000 each, right? You've got a 6-figure launch. I could easily see this happening for you. Now you don't need to work a whole year in the teaching system to make $100,000. You could do one webinar to make $100,000. You can be serving women you love.
Absolutely.
And that's going to help you put case studies into your book. You're going to be able to actually like take some of the components of your program as you're creating them or building them out, or some of the moms that you're working with are going to be asking you questions in real time. And you're going to be like, oh, I didn't think to say this whole other thing. They want to know this. And then that's going to end up being a chapter of your book. And your book's going to be way stronger. And you'll probably end up with a book deal. So let me know when you have your proposal together, because I'm happy to see if I can
last thing, though,
introduce you to an agent.
Sign up. Like, so I literally just signed up. I don't know. I've not been a part of
I didn't know you signed up when I brought you up here.
I literally just left my career and I said, I have 3 children, one who's going to university in another city. And I didn't hesitate to pay in full. And I figured it will all come back to me. Money flows to me abundantly. I downloaded that song on Spotify that you played yesterday, and it's amazing. So I'm excited because I feel your integrity and your authenticity. So thank you so much for this time. I'm looking forward to working with you.
You're so welcome. Thank you for trusting us. Oh my gosh, I'm excited to follow your travels in Guatemala. I love Guatemala. Thank you, Candace. I'm super excited for you for jumping in. I'm excited to get to know your business more this year. And I know the trainers are going to be so excited too. So on behalf of all the replayers and all the sisters who are still here live, I want to invite all of you to take a collective breath. We are going to stop the stream into Facebook, and we are going to say goodbye to the replayers, and we're going to stay on with the live sisters here and do a few more sessions of Q&A. And I want to invite those of you that are watching the replay or live on Facebook to just sink into your heart for a moment and imagine where you'd like to be at the end of this year. Where would you like to be at the end of 2023? What are you celebrating? What are you proud of? Who are you serving? Who are your clients? Where are you traveling? How are you able to support your friends or your family? Are you willing to accept more abundance into your life than you ever thought possible? And how are you feeling about the gifts that you're getting to give in your business? Imagine yourself waking up in the morning to the woman leader that you've been dreaming about being your whole life. And as you open your eyes and stay connected to this video stream and the other women in this community, I want to invite you to open your eyes, and if it feels right, place your hand on your heart and just give a little nod to yourself if you can feel the woman leader who's waiting for you in your future. So proud of you for the decisions you've made and the choices that you've made to stretch yourself and take risks and find resources. Some of you are going to be finding resources so you can say yes to yourself. I want to invite you to affirm that that woman leader is you, and that you are her, and that she's waiting for you, and so proud of every stretch and decision that you're making along the way. So replayers, I hope you will join us for the Profitable Speaker Training Program. Again, you can head to womenrockingbusiness.com/profitable speaker, and our coaches will be there. And if you head there after hours, you can actually leave a question in the chat, and we'll have a coach get back to you within the next sort of 12-hour period. So replayers, we'll see you tomorrow for the keynote training on how to take the stage as a keynote speaker. I'm so excited to rock it out with every single one of you. Bye, live streamers.